Welcome to The Perspective, y'all. I'm your host, Nate G, alongside C. Towns, and alongside Mr. Ed. And we're about to get this topic started off with the Sixers and what we expect them to be this year, where they're going to rank, and where we feel like what they're going to do in the playoffs, wins and losses and all that. I'll get things started. I'm going to say, I feel like, all right, so last year, the Sixers finished with the third best record in the East. And I feel like depending on how Markelle Fultz plays this year, it's going to determine if they can get past Boston, in my opinion.
He looked good in the first pregame.
Yeah, he looked really good in the first pregame against Australia. He put up 14 points.
Yeah, the shooting form is what I was.
Yeah, his shooting form looked good. There was no hitch. This free throw line form kind of looked a little suspect or whatever, but you know what? It went in. At this point, as long as the ball's going through the hoop, when Markelle Fultz shoots, that's all I care about. So,
how many wins and losses you got them, and where ranked?
I have them finishing. So yeah, last year they finished third in the Eastern Conference. This year I'm gonna have them
more or less because they had 52 wins last year.
Right. I got them top three. So I got Toronto number one. I still got Toronto number one.
I don't know about that one.
Well, no, because didn't my man left? DeRozan left, right?
Yeah, they got Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, DeRozan left, and then Kawhi came. No. So yeah, I still have Toronto number one. Cause yeah, they got Kawhi.
You got tripping.
They got Kawhi. So number one.
Boston ain't gonna be Boston. Only reason why Boston went number one is because Kyrie Irving was hurt. Kyrie Irving is cooking.
I still want to say that Sixers are going to finish number 3.
I got the Sixers second.
I got the Sixers second.
Boston number one easily.
Yeah.
Do you know they starting 5? Kyrie Irving?
Yeah, that starting 5 is crazy.
They got Brown.
Yeah, that starting 5 is crazy. All right. I'm going to revise. All right. No. Number one, Boston. Number 2,
Philly.
Number 2, Philly, and number 3, Toronto. Yeah, number 1, Boston. Number 2.
Toronto.
We'll see.
We'll see it because
they still have everybody else.
Yeah.
They still have everybody else though, right?
Yeah, they got everybody else, but Kawhi hasn't played.
He hadn't played in a year.
In a whole year.
I mean, you got to see what he looked like, how much rust he got to shake off.
Yeah.
And now he don't have as much help as he did in San Antonio. Because a year ago, it was more help.
Yeah. Who's their big man?
Valanciunas. Valanciunas, he's not bad.
No, he's good.
But Boston, that lineup,
number 1.
Now, here's the thing.
Oh, yeah. How many wins?
So last year they finished at 52. I got them finishing. I'm going to give them, because I'm going to assume that Markelle Fultz is going to be a contributor for them. So I'm going to give the Sixers 3 more wins. 55 wins. 3 more wins. 55.
What were you saying?
All right. Fultz obviously is the wild card.
Yeah. If he can just improve.
Yeah. If he can give him 15 points a game and shoot relatively well from outside with it, because you know he can drive to the hole, put people in that spin cycle, which I love to see.
Because he can never finish at the rim.
Yeah.
If he can just get that.
If he can get a jump shot and give him 15 points a game, the sky's the limit. 55, 2 is good. And if they I saw Embiid play in the NBA versus Africa, and his handle. That was the thing for me. A lot of times over the last couple of years, you can see what he
can handle the ball. He's a big man who can handle the ball. Yeah.
But you could see
he was
learning. You know what I mean? There were a lot of times where he was out of control with his handle. It wasn't quite all the way what it should be. Well, when I saw him over the summer, it looked like he was in control of everything he wanted to do.
I don't want to hear that because the main reason why they lost to Boston is because he shot way too many threes.
And I don't think he
needs to go down to the block. Ain't nobody else as big as him.
And I think because of a better handle, it makes him going down on the block and posting up, his singling up and driving on other centers. I think he'll do more down the low instead of
he has to.
But also a lot of that scheme. The coaching has this hit.
Yeah. Coach got to tell him to go down and man.
But his scheme of that with that motion offense is keep it in motion, and whoever's out there, if you got open shots, shoot it. I think he has to really put some stuff in where he has him directly isolating, driving to the hole, posting up.
Where do you have them ranked in the East?
I got them too. I got Boston down and Toronto. You know,
I got all right. Let me go me. I got them finishing second, but I got them with 57 wins.
Mm-hmm.
Just because Cleveland's not there.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Like,
That's for sure.
Cleveland, I don't know what Tristan Thompson.
They're going to be the worst team in the league.
Tristan Thompson saying that they got to beat the throne.
The last time LeBron James left, they were
already.
historically bad.
Once the king left, there was no throne in.
LeBron took his throne with him.
Yeah, once the king left, that was it. There's no throne in Cleveland.
So I got them winning 57.
They could.
You know what?
Wins.
I actually want to revamp my revise my top 3 in the East.
Wow.
I'm sticking to my guns. Toronto number 1.
Oh man, you saved
Boston number 2 and Philly number 3. The only reason why I'm saying that though, I'm not just saying that to say that. No, I'm saying that because, yeah, the Celtics, what they're gonna get back this year, what they didn't have last year, is gonna be more weapons. But there's only there's only one ball though. There's only one ball, and they're all scorers. They all need the ball in their hands.
We say the same thing about Golden State, but it worked out.
Golden State. There's never been a team like Golden State in NBA history.
You don't understand, man. Like
I know the
Marcus
offensive.
Smart coming off the bench. Markieff Morris coming off the bench.
I mean, that squad is nice.
Listen. Y'all can't underplay the chemistry that team has with each other. They've been playing for years. They've been number 1 in their conference for how many years now? Toronto.
Yeah, but
their chemistry is crazy. Like y'all can't downplay that. And now they're gonna get a great player like Kawhi Leonard. And like Boston, Boston is great. They're great.
Well,
but there's only one ball. You got Terry Rozier.
What is that chemistry gonna be like?
Jaylen Brown, Gordon Hayward, Kyrie. They're all great players, but I want to see if they can get acclimated and if they can learn how to play.
Two things.
That's all I'm saying.
Let me say one thing.
That's all I'm saying.
You should say that about Toronto.
Why?
They're fitting in a player that has a question mark because the team doesn't know whether he's 100% in on Toronto. Who knows whether he's going to stay or
no. Hold on,
let me finish.
He's in, but he might leave.
But that affects the
the
morale of the team. The team wants to know, look, are you in this for the long haul or is this just a bus stop?
We trying to build something.
We trying to build the win.
You trying to get to LA?
And the biggest thing, they fired their coach.
And he won, what did he win? Coach of the year? And he won Coach of the Year last year.
Listen, here's the other thing. Boston is a hell of a defensive team as well.
The bench is crazy. Rozier.
So y'all really think Boston's going to be the number 1 team in the conference?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see what happens.
You're talking about a Sixers fan. I have to admit that, you know.
But Gordon Hayward's playing. He's back.
Yeah, I know, but like I said, there's only one ball, and like
it was only one ball last year.
I know, but there was people out that was hurt. Kyrie Irving was hurt. Gordon Hayward was hurt.
Kyrie
now you're adding.
If Kyrie Irving played last year, LeBron might have lost. If Kyrie Irving, because they needed a consistent star. Yes, Jaylen Brown. Tatum, those are young guys.
Tatum.
Rozier.
They got a nice squad.
Rozier.
That team is ridiculous.
Rozier. Those are the guys that were mainly scoring, but they weren't consistent because they're young. They were missing a Kyrie Irving that, look, nobody can guard me.
How is Terry Rozier and Jaylen Brown going to feel? Because wait. Did they start last year? No, they didn't start. No. Did they
Brown
start?
Came off the bench.
And
Rozier will rotate. With Marcus
their minutes are going to be diminished though. Now with Gordon Hayward and Kyrie coming back.
No, because
so let's see if they're going to be.
They're the Eastern Conference Golden State right now. Only center that's really going to have time is Al Horford. Once he comes off, they're going to play small ball lineup all day. Small ball lineup all day.
And they can play with him because it's not like he's huge, and even at his age, he can still get around the court.
But just imagine, you put Gordon Hayward at the 4, or Tatum, and then at the 5, Markieff Morris comes off the bench, goes to the 5, and then if Kyrie Irving needs to come out, you got Rozier coming on. If Jaylen Brown needs to come out, Marcus Smart's coming on.
All right, let me say this. I will agree that they'll be small. Let me say this. I will agree that Boston will be number 1 in the Eastern Conference if everybody, nobody's being selfish, everybody's being team guys, team players, everybody.
They already are.
I have no reason to believe they won't.
Yeah, they did it last year.
That's why I'm hoping Folks comes back and he can score. And
with Gordon Hayward and Kyrie Irving coming back, you guys have no issues thinking that People
It was a
gonna-
lot of, like, if you really looked at the playoffs, it was a lot of players on that team that shouldn't have seen the court that played.
because Gordon Hayward and Kyrie Irving was out. Okay.
Because it was a lot of, it was like two guys that were hitting the court for Boston. It was like, why are they on the court?
All right, so one last time. I got what I say. I had Toronto first, Boston 2, and Philly 3. You got
I got Boston, Philly, and
Toronto.
That's a big. That's
not
a
even
lot
in your
to
top
ask for.
3. You don't have Toronto.
It's a question mark.
Listen,
when you're replacing the coach and you're bringing a player in that the other team is unsure about.
And Milwaukee had a rookie last year that if he gets better, if he gets
the
better,
Bucks.
Oh, what's his name? He won Rookie of the Year, right? Well, 2 years ago.
yeah, if he gets better, I mean,
What's
think
his
about
name?
that.
What's his name?
Milwaukee's
Milwaukee's not going to be in the top 3.
But listen,
top 3.
But listen,
who's your 13? Who's your 13? Don't say Milwaukee.
No, or Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto. Yeah,
But
yeah.
Toronto is what I'm leaning towards. But listen to this. We sleep on too when it comes on the Sixers. And everybody sleeps on them, right? Sarge, he's done nothing but get better every year.
Yeah, man.
No, we're
I love
forgetting
him.
about another sleeper that actually really balled out for the Sixers.
Don't say Covington.
No,
JJ.
JJ Redick.
No. Was it Forcon?
Korkmaz?
Korkmaz? You see them threes he
Yeah,
was hitting?
When?
No, he listen.
Last year in the regular season?
Hold on. Did you know? No, he didn't play. He didn't play.
You're talking about? Are you
I'm
talking about Summer League?
the summer league? Did you
You
say?
said Summer League, bro. Yeah, he had a 40-point game. That game was crazy.
Listen.
But he was hitting threes in every game he played.
Listen, him
Bro, he needs to be
and
more
when
consistent.
and when Zaire
He
gets,
didn't play.
Exactly.
So how do you pass judgment on
He
that?
didn't even play last year.
but listen,
I know,
to me.
but so all right, we have to go
I can't-
off
I
of
can't.
what we've seen already. You haven't seen him play bad.
We've seen our players in the Summer League ball out and then in the regular season don't do nothing or don't play or whatever. Come on now, it's Summer League,
It's
bro.
the difference between balling out and
Their
being a
competition-
knockdown
bro.
three-point shooter.
Listen.
He's a knockdown three-point. To me, he replaces Barinelli.
when these
What kind of defenses was he going up against the Summer League? Come on now, bro. Summer League, really?
Listen,
You hit threes, you hit
listen to
threes.
this.
Nah, bro.
When we get these two players, right? Zaire Smith and
I can't wait to see what he turns out to be. I can't wait to see what he turns out to be.
we're gonna be a
Sorry,
serious. Then we'll be challenging Boston seriously, and we'll be challenging Golden State seriously. Because then we will have that'll be a powerhouse.
I can't say Golden State right now.
Yeah.
No,
I can't say Golden State.
Not
and
right now, but
right now.
I'm telling you, when those players come in, I'm telling you, because offensively, and especially with Zaire Smith defensively, we're gonna be that team.
Okay, now
I
Sixers
think
will
the
be
one
that
hurdle
team.
for the Sixers to me is off the playoffs last year. I felt like Boston kind of exposed how to defend Ben Simmons.
Yep.
Yeah, just sag off.
Really did. Like,
Sag off.
He ended the game with 1 point. Like that.
Give him the mid range, clog up the paint, force him to shoot it. If he's not going to shoot it, he's going to try to drive, and he's not going to be able to score.
Yep. You clog
That's
up
what
the
they did.
passing lanes, sag off of him, clog up the passing lanes. He has no choice but to shoot it. And,
'Cause against
and
Boston-
last year he wouldn't even try.
Against Boston, he didn't score over 20 points at all. 18, 1, 16, 19, and 18. But the biggest problem for him was turnovers. 7 turnovers, 5,
Yeah.
4, 4, and 4.
Yeah. Because instead of taking
Because
that
their
shot,
wings,
he tried. But
their
instead of
players
taking
are
that,
fast.
But instead of
They
taking
can
that
defend.
shot, he
Yeah,
tried to
but
force a
it's-
pass, and they were
During the NBA
intercept.
season, that's all teams need to really know is to just sag off. Like, you don't understand.
and nobody did it. But Boston in that
Exactly.
series, nobody did it.
Well, they know it now. So either he comes in with a 15 to 18 foot jump shot, or he gonna have problems. Know what he gonna be?
I think he's still going to score.
No,
Inside.
Know what he's gonna be?
He's not going to be able to if people are sagging off, closing. If they're shrinking the floor on him.
You know what he's gonna be?
What?
If when he comes back this year,
Hot cheeks!
a bomb. If he don't have a 15 to 18 foot jump shot, he gonna be a bomb.
And the fact that, like, his Boston solid. They see, look, teams see what we see on the stat
Exactly.
sheet. 0 3-point attempts. 0 attempts.
Yeah. He's definitely got to add that to
And
the
he
game. He's
probably
got to add it.
and probably only had about 12 jump
Like,
shots.
my thing is this.
I can already tell you right now, he's not going to be shooting threes
There's
this year.
been bad 3-point shooters at point guard. Rondo was a bad 3-point shooter. But in the playoffs this past year for the Pelicans, he shot the 3 when they left him open, and he hit some of them. So it's like they actually were like, you know what, we have to guard him somewhat. But Ben Simmons, Boston said, You go ahead. My son has a better chance of hitting the three than him. That's how bad he was at three.
I already know that he's not going to be shooting a 3-point shot this year at all.
You cannot end the year with no 3-point.
He's gonna add the mid range this year, but
that's what he's
not going to shoot
the mid range. The mid range. If he go a 15, 18 foot jump shot,
if he just adds the mid range,
that's it.
It's a wrap.
18 footer, and that'll keep them from sagging off from neither.
Right, and then they're going to come up, and then it's going to drive and score inside. Yep.
I'm sorry.
That is so crazy. That's so crazy that Ben Simmons is so. But ain't that crazy though? That Ben Simmons is so dominant. He literally does not need to have a 3-point shot.
No,
at least not yet.
In the season, the playoffs, he was exposed, bro. And I'm a Sixers fan. I'm worried about that. The fact that they knew to just let him just stand by himself at the 3-point line, which shuts down.
Well, not even the 3-point line. Remember, they sagged off of him.
Even at mid range.
Yeah, that's where they really were killing him because they could sag off of him. And when you can sag off somebody in the mid range
and just stand under the basket
and then wait,
and help out on Embiid.
Yeah, that's.
I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about that. You want to know why? Because Boston had the speed.
There was no speed needed.
Yeah.
If I don't have to guard, look. If Ben Simmons is all the way over there and I'm standing over here,
who guarded Ben? Was it Jason Tatum that? No,
they were rotating.
They were rotating.
Matter.
But it didn't matter because it was the same defense. We just lag off.
He couldn't even take off.
So
who's he going to pass to when they all?
Yeah,
all
that's the thing.
All right. All right.
That's the turnover because
Let me ask you a question. Do y'all think that Ben Simmons is going to average the same amount of points as this year, or more, or less?
Well, I have them with 57 wins because I think he'll get better.
Yeah.
If he stayed, put it like this, if he has the same exact season he had last year, bro, his stats are going to go down.
And it's
shooting-wise, it's going to hurt him and it's going to hurt the team. If he does not get better for this upcoming season, I don't see them.
He's going to add the mid-range, bro. I'm just telling you that he's not going to add a 3-point shot yet.
But he needs something.
Yeah.
The mid-range,
he was at the top of the key, and they were still just under the basket.
He's going to add a mid-range shot. He is. And that's all he needs.
Right now,
the 3-point shot will come down the road, but mid-range?
If he get a 15, 18-foot jump shot, Sixers going to make a lot of noise.
Oh, yeah. Do you have them, so what's your opinion? Do you have Ben Simmons averaging the same amount of points as last year, scoring less or scoring more?
I'm projected better.
I got him scoring.
All right, more too.
Yeah.
But that's based off of him getting better.
Yeah, we'd have to see it. I have to see him get better.
If he doesn't get better, bro, it's...
Well, I'm asking you, do y'all think that he's going to...
I think so, but it's one thing to think about.
You think he's going to add a jump shot?
Yeah, we have to see
I think he will.
I do too. We all think so. We all think he's going to add a jump shot.
He does not add it.
Nah, he's going to. Because he's going to get killed. I'm going to kill him.
I'm going to be like, what
I'm going to kill him.
He's trash.
He's trash.
I'm going to kill him.
Like, he has to add it.
He would be a bum.
Because my thing is...
And I love Ben Simmons, but I'm going to kill him.
Some of the greats... Like, I'm not even going to just say just the LeBron, Jordan, Kobe, but even great players, Jason Kidd. There's a lot of players that couldn't shoot the ball, but they at least attempted it.
Yeah. And they got better over time.
You got to give the defense somewhat honest.
He didn't attempt the three.
He was wide open, and he said, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not shooting the ball.
82 games. Look, he played 82 games. And in the playoffs.
And didn't attempt a single 3-point shot. Or even a mid-range shot.
No, just threes. Threes.
Yeah, he probably...
But even a mid... Well, not here and there.
He might have 12 to 20.
Yeah, the farthest
shooting the
jumper I seen him shoot was like top of the key.
Yeah, that was... I mean, he ain't do that often.
In the form, he looked real uncomfortable. That's why, like, during the summer games that they had, when all the stars would meet up, when him and LeBron played together, that video highlight, they were like, oh, these guys look good. I didn't think it looked good. Only thing I saw was him shoot the ball one time, and then the rest was dunks.
There was a highlight video in the offseason of Ben Simmons shooting crazy jumpers in the gym.
But one of the things that gives me hope is
I did see that.
LeBron is his mentor.
Yeah, LeBron's telling him.
If he sees a hole in his game, he's going to say,
you have to shoot the ball. Because like I said, LeBron and Kobe, they couldn't shoot to save their lives in the beginning, but they still took the shot.
Right.
Because your greatness... Well, hey, you'll get it at some point, but you can't not shoot.
Yeah. I think Ben Simmons, for all of us, was the first player ever to be as great as he is who didn't even want to shoot.